got this new single out called Day One.
Mm-hmm.
It's got you and AKA featuring on that track, but that track was not originally Kwesta's track. If I stand
No,
to
it
be
wasn't.
correct.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was a track, as far as we can tell, that was originally meant for a rapper by the name of EJ.
Yeah, shout out to EJ.
Yeah. So where do we get started with this whole EJ thing? Because I think the fans kind of caught it at the back with the whole Twitter thing.
Yeah.
The whole Twitter fallout and the whole Bonang record and all of that. So just kind of explain to us. I mean, you're also connected to Youngster as well. I'm not sure if a lot of people actually know that.
Yeah, shout out to Youngster, man. He's a cool boy of mine, man. You know, I respect his hustle, you respect mine. And he's a cool chap, man. Like, you know, he's got too much energy. We just click so well, you know. So, EJ, I mean, if you can take it as far as when we were starting out, this whole story. We started in Ghetto Prophecy together, and our brotherhood was built from there, you know. We've been close friends from back then, you know, and I mean, I still consider him my brother still, you know, and we have the strong brotherhood, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, I don't know, he was the guy that went to jail when we were breaking out as Ghetto Prophecy and stuff, you know, because EJ just had a whole lot of issues in his life, and I mean, he was facing things like being cast out at home and certain challenges in his life, you know.
Right.
So some of those things contributed to him doing a whole lot of messed up things, and like, you know, so as a friend, we'd support him and we'd try help him in his life, you know. So eventually he decided to break out and have a solo career. So at this point, and this was when I was breaking out as a producer too. So when he was breaking out as a solo artist, I just figured, you know what, EJ is a very good friend of mine, and as I was listening to his songs and I saw him on stage, I was like, you know what, he looks very hungry and determined to make this thing happen. So let me just team up with him and make him my artist and blow him up into the game, you know, as kind of like an experimental project as a producer, you know. So we link up. He was in Cape Town. He came up to Jersey. I'm like, yo, dude, look, let's do a song together and, you know, see where it goes. So we work on Wash. Vele pushes Wash. Vele, that guy, one thing I respect about him is that he's got the push, you know. Social media, performances, whatever, he's got push. He knows how to give reach into a product, you know. I think that's one of his talents, God-given talents. He's got reach, you know. So Vele, we keep a Wash Vele comes out, hits like 1,000 downloads within like a week, 100,000 downloads within a week, you know, does all these crazy numbers, and I'm like, yo, you know what, your push plus my talent, your talent, we can do such crazy things, dog. You know what, you're my artist now. Every time I got an interview, I tag you along. Every time you got an interview, you tag me along. I'm going to rub off this Tweezy hype on you, and we're going to blow up together, you know. So Velvet was like a Batman and Robin thing, Snoop and Dre, Kanye and Jay-Z thing, you know. So we went everywhere together, and now we figured, you know what, now there's the we worked on Paddy Tilixeni as well.
Yeah.
So we dropped that song. At this point, this is where EJ like was really bubbling under, and he was like one of the artists to look out for.
Yeah.
You know? So I figured to myself, you know what? If we can brand EJ and invest money into EJ and push him like an actual star, he's got a chance at blowing up in the game. You know? So we have this idea and concept of pushing his brand and coming up with a project that will blow him up in the industry. So we decide, you know what, we're gonna do a 5-track EP, call it Apartheid EP. And yeah, we're gonna push this EP according to the singles as well. We're gonna drop Party Till Exciting, we're gonna drop the video, drop the second song, Ibonang, the one that's owned by Bench-marq now. Shout out to Bench-marq.
Yeah.
After Bonang, we shoot the video. By then, he would have built a lot of traction and hype. Then we dropped the EP, then we dropped Day Ones. By then, I'm sure he would have been a mega. This is Vele being ambitious and Vele optimistic, you know? So we do the EP, everything. I produced the whole thing. executive produced. That was gonna be my first executive produced project.
Yeah.
You know, so I would do the thing, book professional studio time. We're out at Cape Audio Studios, and then at some point, EJ was the person who was supposed to handle like the videos and whatever. You know, I was just the person who was supposed to come up with the project and the product. Sooner or later, EJ slacks off and he becomes a superstar a bit, you know, and he just gets some sort of a big head, you know, and he forgets about, fame starts kicking in and he starts not pushing his product the way he's supposed to. He's not meeting up to our end of the mission, you know. So fast forward, it's Saha submission time. And you know, Saha's very submit your work and your project to get nominated.
This is obviously the South African HipHop Award.
Yeah. So he says, you know what, Tweezy mix and master the thing. We need to get it ready and submit it. So I'm like, no, dog, your project. We're not ready to release your project, dog. This work is too dope for us to just release it like that. We need to promote you as a brand first, and blow you up first before you come out with the project. This project is too good and so much money was invested in this project for it to go to waste. Then you had a young rant between myself as manager and a couple of people were involved. So, you know, eventually the way he was going about it, you know, he was just ranting, swearing at everybody and whatever. And then to myself, I just felt like, you know what? EJ is not really appreciating what I'm doing for him as a producer, and he's not focused. He's taking everything for granted. So I thought to myself, you know what? Just to shapen him up and get him to kind of realize what he's losing, I thought to myself, you know what? EJ, I'm pulling out. If you're really serious about what we're doing, you're gonna have to buy a beat from me and everything and what, yabo. So now EJ is like, come on, Tweezy, what? You can't do that to me.
So just to play devil's advocate, could you kind of see EJ's point at the anger, because he's probably saying, you know, we've got heat here, why don't we just release it? Did you see that side of it, or was it just like?
I mean, come on, he's got my best interest. I see that side of it, but I mean, when things were still cool, he wasn't doing his side of the job. You know, so this was me. If we have to put it in quotes, no homo, it was tough love. You know?
Got you.
So I was saying, look, dog, I'm not gonna let you take advantage of the fact that people at the time my rate was even 10K for a beat. I'm not gonna let you sleep on the fact that people are paying 10K for my time and effort to create a dope song for them. And I'm creating 5 dope songs for you and a whole career for you, and you're sleeping on it. You know? If you're gonna be serious, you're gonna need to show me that you're serious by paying me money. You know? And honestly speaking, that he was just supposed to come up with the 10K. I was going to use that money to use it for the music videos or whatever. This was just a test to see his commitment levels. To say, okay, EJ, you raised up 10K. Okay, sharp. Good boy. I was going to eventually even say, look, I don't want your money. This is going to go to the music video. You know? Because I definitely don't need his money. You know? So eventually, a nigga gets cross. He starts getting upset at me. And then I'm just like, you know what? This guy is disrespecting me. I block him everywhere. Nigga goes on social media. People know Vele what he did on social media. Went on to swear at me, swore at my parents, whatever. So at that point, I went to social media because people started saying that we're beefing. Yeah. You know? And I'm going to say this to HipHop Galaxy as much as I say to everybody, you know, that I didn't come into the industry to beef with anybody. So I'm not going to beef with anybody for the duration of my lifespan in the career. You know, I'm not going to beef with. If anyone is beefing with me, they have a problem with me. I don't have a problem with anyone in the game. I'm trying to feed my family. I'm trying to make my dreams come true. So with that said, I went onto social media and I explained that to everybody to say, okay, first and foremost, me and EJ don't have beef. EJ is my brother, you know, and I don't have any problems with him. You know, what happened was EJ took granted for the way we were working together, and I figured that he's not respecting me as his producer, so I pulled out. And now, as a result, he's out there just swearing at me and whatever, instead of trying to fix things and whatever. You know? Yeah. So for that reason, I'm no longer involved. Also, everybody knows that we've got an apartheid EP that we're supposed to release together. Whatever I did on it is not gonna come out anymore. Every single joint that was supposed to be on that EP is gonna come out with my industry affiliates. It's gonna come out as a new song. He'll probably get crazy for it and rant about it. I don't care. Me, I'm not working with him anyway. So yeah.
That would have been a hard pill to swallow for EJ and anyone, because I mean, that EP, I stand to be corrected, but it had Bonang on it, did not?
It had Bonang on it. It had Dewans on it.
I mean, that could have just.
There was 2 other joints that were even hotter than those joints.
It could have blown someone up to.
Personally, that EP could have even potentially won mixtape of the year if we had stuck to the plan and promoted EJ the way. Yeah, one of the way Nasty C and MT blew up. EJ was supposed to blow up.